Hello, Gore. Today I'm going to talk about the talent page. I know most of you already know this, but I'm going to walk through what you should have set as your talents and how to switch between the pages and when to switch between pages and etc. All that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So if you go to talent page, I have two talent pages set up mainly: everyday and combat. You can see there's a strength level difference, right? Combat is obviously going to be stronger because you're going to be starting five people. The whole purpose of this is to make you grow faster. So if you're choosing every day, this should be what your talent page should be set at every single day, mainly. There's no reason to switch to combat unless you're doing events, or if you're in Goliath, or if you're taking over another system, that's the only time you need to switch to combat. So for every day, let's go through everyday talents. You're not going to be doing a lot of combat, so here I would just put one each. Now, keep in mind to go to the next level, you need to have prerequisite talent points. It tells you how many you need. Three here. You need, you know, two out of four here, etc., etc. Right? So here I would just have one each because you're not really fighting. And this one, the second row, Wreckage Zealot, helps you collect wreckages much faster. Keep in mind there is no buff for the wreckage collection speed. There's only a buff for wreckage. I'm sorry, there's only a buff for resource collection speed. So this is really important to have. This one will help you get alloys and crystals faster. This is a good one to put as well. Here I put FTL Navigator for a reason. This is going to help your ships go faster from one system to another. Okay? So if you're confused, this helps you go from one system to another system faster. This helps your ships travel within the same system faster. SLS is within the same system. Your ships travel faster. This travels through the wormhole faster. This is just a cooldown. You know how your ships take a second to move after they take a minute to move after they come through the wormhole? This will reduce that time. Okay? I don't see any need to invest in any talent points in this because again, you're not in battle, so you're not really in a rush. The reason I put this FTL Navigator is because it will reduce that time that it takes to travel from one system to another, which also means you need to use less speed ups to travel from one system to another because the time is shorter anyways, right? So this will save you speed ups as well. So I suggest putting FTL Navigator to M2, and then you need to have one more obviously to put here. So I would say SLS Navigator, so your ship travels a bit faster in the system itself once you get there. Here, you're not battling again, you're just doing this because you have to. So Steely Defense, Firepower is the one I would put in. Don't, even in combat, don't ever invest your talent points in Protective Energy. It's useless. Shields are useless. All right. This one, again, these two are for combat, so no points here. You want all your points here for an expansion. Increases order amount by 2, so you get 2 extra orders every day. All right, for every order. That's extra money. That's gonna put you higher on the ranked leaderboard, daily leaderboard, right? For order days. You want 2 out of 2 here. This is where you want everything. This is your priority. This is where you should get. This is your priority for talent points for every day. Industry optimization increases factory efficiency by 16%. Very good. Devoted researcher increases research speed by 16%. Very good. Industrial research increases by 16% as well. Very good. This is what you want. Okay. From here, everything is mainly combat. The only other one that I would want to invest in is maybe this one, radar position. Reduces radar energy by 10%. That's cool. All right. Jump cooldown by 8%. This is all combat. This is all combat, basically. So from here, it's all combat. So what I would suggest is once you reach this row, every time you level up, go back. And I would get SLS Navigator to full. I would get Wormhole Goer to full. And I would get Mineral Mastery to full before you start moving on forward for every day. Okay, this is only for the everyday page. Okay, now let's talk about combat. If you switch to combat, you can see my fleet strength goes up to by 13 million, which is supposed to. The combat page is strictly for combat, nothing else. You don't care about resources, you don't care about research speed, you don't care about any of that. So, first row. At this point in the game, you should not be running majority frigates. you should maybe have one frigate, and that only frigate that you should have is called the Desolate Nisoy. So do not invest any points in that because you probably have one, maybe max two. That's only two ships in your fleet that's going to get affected by this. So 0 points for frigates. You want full points for destroyers. A lot of people have destroyers, Zealous, Argos, right? Cruisers. Everyone should have good cruisers. So you want full for cruisers. Wrecked Zealot. After you kill, you want to loot. You want full on Wrecked Zealot. SLS Navigator. This is where I invested the most points. I like to have my ships travel fast in systems for Goliath. Every time I jump my station next to an enemy, I want my ships to get there quickly as possible to the enemy station before they have a chance to react. So SLS Navigator for me. You could also put FTL Navigator for Hyperspace War and Elysium if you want. That's up to you. I personally chose SLS. I would not put Wormhole Goer in either one, everyday and combat, not Wormhole Goer. So you need to choose between these two, which one you want to get full. Do not choose more than one to make it full because you need to save those talent points, all right? Do not. So only choose one and make it full. Either SLS or FTL. Okay? Here, again, combat, do not invest anything in protective energy. You want Steely Defense in 4 out of 4, Firepower 4 out of 4. Here, you want Trajectory Prediction 4 out of 4. You want Strategic Parry 4 out of 4. This gives you increased accuracy. You remember you need to have at least 10k accuracy for kinetic weapons to do any decent damage. At least 10k accuracy. Strategic Parry, more evasion, the better. You have more evasion, the less damage opponents do to you. This is all research. We don't care about it, so no talent points unless you are going on here. From here, you want maximum here. You want as many as you can through here, as you get higher and higher. For a lot of people, you don't need to put Dreadnought Mastery because a lot of you don't have a lot of Dreadnoughts anyways, but this whole row right here, I would max out. I would do Battleship Mastery first. Again, shield damage, nobody cares about. Okay. Um, For here, you need to have at least three, correct? So I would do one, two, three, one of each. Okay. No freight expansion. So you need to focus on this one, trajectory, strategic, steely defense, and firepower. These are the four ones that you really want to prioritize for combat. And that's what's going to give you the most strength. All right. These two as well. You really want these two as well. Whatever else you do is up to you, but these two, that's where your talent choice should be invested. Another thing to keep in mind, when you switch talent pages, you will be on every day mostly, but for events like Blazing Arena and Ultimate Warzone and Heaven's Veil, make sure you switch your page to combat. Otherwise, these events will take your everyday strength. And keep in mind, I am right now 152. See that? 152 million in strength. But if I switch to everyday, I'm now 139 million. I lost nearly about 13 million in strength, right? Your fleets become weaker when you go every day, which is fine. They're supposed to be weaker because you're focusing on grinding on research to make it stronger. So when you do switch to talent page in combat, you're stronger. So remember to switch your pages before updating your fleets to Ultimate Warzone, Heaven's Veil, and Blazing Arena, and all the other events that require combat. When you go into combat for Goliath, Elysium, Hyperspace, keep it in combat. All right.